Hey YouTube pipe friends, once a month I set aside time to clean on my pipes. Today's the day.
This is what I use, 91% isopropyl alcohol. Higher the better. This is what I could find, and this is what I use. I use bristled, non-bristled pipe cleaners and shank brush. A container with a little bit of alcohol down at the bottom to clean off the shank brushes. And a little container I put isopropyl alcohol in, and it has little holes there that I can put the pipe cleaners in. Not that one, bigger one. And it holds it. And then I use paper towels cut into sheets, less waste, and some Q-tips and pure olive oil, and a reaming tool if I need it, and some extra fine grit sandpaper. 600, 700 grit, I believe, is what that is. But that's what I use. Let's get started.
The methods I use are ones I've learned from Jason Dagner, Mike Lancaster, Brian Levine, and various blogs. If you've seen some of their videos on how to clean a pipe, you'll see some of the same techniques I use. Alright, so let's get started. First off, you can take off the stem, always in the same motion. Don't go back and forth. Take it off, set it aside. I get a paper towel and I place it inside the bowl. That stops the alcohol from running on the outside of your bowl and taking off the finish. Take the Q-tip, put it into the alcohol, upside down, insert the Q-tip. Get it all the way inside the mortise, all the way to the bowl. If your draft hole is too small, try not to force it because the cotton will come off. So get it as far as you can without forcing it. Go back and forth, get it really nice and clean. Get the other end of the Q-tip, dip it in the alcohol, upside down, get in there. Now the more Q-tips you use, the less pipe cleaners you have to use. Pipe cleaners are a bit more expensive than Q-tips. Q-tips you can get 100 of them for a couple bucks, whereas pipe cleaners are more expensive and harder to get to. You can't just walk into Walmart and get pipe cleaners. You can at the drugstore, but they're even more expensive there. Alright, grab a dry one, get it in there. It's getting cleaner and cleaner. Keep going until it's perfectly clean. And then I get saliva and clean the bowl face. You don't want to use alcohol, like I said, because it'll take the finish off. Get as much as you can off of there. Let's see how I did on the shank. I'll put a little bit more alcohol in there, upside down, all the way to the bowl. Not too bad, nice and clean. Dry in there. Nice and clean. Now I work on the stem. Get the shank brush in there. Some pipes, their slots are very narrow and you can't get the end of the shank brush in there because it has this little protective knob on there. If you can't get it in there, just go through the backside the best you can. Rinse it off, put it back in. I use a shank brush and then I use the bristled pipe cleaner. because, like the other pipe cleaners, they're more expensive. Put it in there. Pan out the best you can. I call this the Dagner twist. Pull it out, use the other end. And looking clean. Get your pipe cleaner. I dip in a little bit of alcohol. Just the tip. Put it in there. And let's see how we did. Nice and clean. Looks good. Put it back on. Take paper towel out. Check out your cake. I like to take a piece of sandpaper, just a little piece. Put it into the bowl. And just smooth out the cake just a bit. You don't want to get the sandpaper on the outside of your face. You don't want to sand off it in your finish. But inside the bowl, give it a nice twist. Even out the cake. Then I take a Q-tip with a little bit of alcohol. Just to take that little sanding cake that I took off. And we're set. I then take some olive oil, put it onto the stem. It protects the stem from oxidation. Also, I put it on the pipe. I don't put it on all my pipes, but most of them I do. Protects the stem and the pipe. Then take the excess off. Finished pipe. Clean and shiny. Another pipe. Take the stem off. Same direction. Put the paper towel in. Take the shank brush. Get it in there. Sure. Bristol pipe cleaner in there. Always upside down. Q-tip. The reason why I use isopropyl alcohol is because it doesn't have any additives. It doesn't have any sweeteners in it. It doesn't have any flavors in it. The sweeteners have a little bit of glucose that they put in there, and it'll leave some residual glucose, and bacteria feeds off of glucose, and you could get some bacteria growth. With the isopropyl alcohol, you're sanitizing your stem and your pipe, leaving zero residual. It evaporates clean. I use the non-denatured type. To denature alcohol, they add some chemicals, and it denatures the alcohol, and So the less chemical additives, the better. And it evaporates pretty quick. Check my cake. Smooth it out a bit. It's good. Clean out the sanding bits I just did. It's good. And there it is. That pipe's pretty clean. Dry it out. Wipe it off a bit. Put it back on the pipe. Get a little oil. Wipe off the excess. Pipe's ready to go.